Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Starland TV. I am so excited to be here as always, and of course you guys need to give me 1 second so I can share this video into my group. So while I do this, I want to tell you a little bit about what we're going to be talking about today. So today it's all about the 7 things that you need to be doing right now so you can book more discovery calls in your business. So let me tell you something. I am literally booking discovery calls every single day. Like, I'm not getting bookings every single day, but I'm literally promoting them all the time. And the reason why, it's because that's how I get to book out my practice. That's how I get to have clients ready to start, even when I'm fully booked out. So I have clients ready to start in March, ready to start in August. And the reason why is because I'm always booking discovery calls. Okay. So the online world is a jungle. There's so many things that we need to be doing. And you're probably spinning your wheels as to what is it? What's the one thing that's going to help you make money? What's the one thing that's finally going to help you generate a return on investment? What's the one thing that's going to move you forward, right? Because there's funnels, there's websites, there's design, there's just so many things that we supposedly need to be doing. And I'm a big proponent in all of those. I do believe in funnels, I do believe in advertisement, but I really do think that there's a foundational piece that we need to master before we can move on to the next thing. I literally built my entire business through discovery calls when I started out, which is why I'm so passionate about this subject. So let's dive right in and let's talk about the 7 things that you need to master right now. If there are any of these that you haven't mastered yet, I highly recommend you focusing on them because that's what's going to help you take your discovery call game to the next level. So hello everyone on Instagram, hello everyone on Facebook. Let's dive right in, right? So the first thing is you need to be super clear on who you serve and the type of results that you generate for your ideal clients, right? So I do ideal clients super different than most coaches. I'm not very strict with it, but whatever you're trying to sell or whatever you're trying to book the discovery call for, you need to know who the call is for. And if they do end up working with you, what's the potential result that you're generating for them? If you're not clear on who you serve, if you're not clear on your programs, if you're not clear on the results that you can give your clients, then that's going to become an issue because you're going to sabotage yourself from even promoting the call, right? So the next thing that you need to have in place is a super awesome message. It's not enough to just know that you're a business coach. It's not enough to know that you work with new coaches. It's not enough to know that you help them get clients and make money and all that good stuff. There's a million people doing what I do. So what makes you different? What's your message? What's your spark? What's going to help you stand out in the sea of coaches so that people are compelled to sign up to your discovery calls rather than the person next to you? So your clarity is important, but also messaging is important because that's what helps you stand out from your competition. The next thing is confidence. If you still have doubts around what you do, if you still have insecurities as a coach, if you're still a little bit wobbly in the confidence department, there needs to be a lot of work done there. And here's why. Because if you're not sold on yourself, it's going to be really hard for other people to be sold on you, right? It's going to be really hard for them to believe in you when you don't believe in yourself and what you do. Which is why confidence work is always one of the main things that I implement with myself and my clients, because the moment that you start believing and the moment that you start moving forward with conviction, that's when you start seeing more results. That's when people can feel your energy in your post. That's when people know that you know what you're doing. And that's when people can't wait to get on the phone with you, right? And there's so many things that we can talk about confidence, but I'm not going to go into that because that's a whole other video. So third thing, you need to have a booking process. So what's the repetitive process that you can do over and over and over again to book those calls, right? So this is going to look different for everyone. Some people are going to do paid advertisements. Some people are going to do like a lot of content. Some people are going to do videos. Like, it's going to look different, and there's going to be a lot of testing and tweaking that we need to do. However, we need to have that process that we can replicate over and over and over again. That's how we're not always like wondering like, what should I be doing? Like, how do I book these calls? Like, you know, like you just need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like until it happens, right? And obviously it needs to be a booking process that works, right? Like, I don't want you out there doing a million things that are not working. If something is not working and it's not getting you the results that you want in your business, you definitely need to kind of like take a step back and figure out what's that piece that's not fitting in the puzzle. Okay, so the next thing, so important, not just to book discovery calls, but for anything online business, we need to be on point with our content. And when I say like we need to be on point with our content, I don't just mean like write a couple posts, right? Like, we need to be very intentional with the content that we're writing. So if you're trying to book discovery calls for a one-on-one coaching program, let's say, you're not going to be talking about like, let me give you an example. So like, I'm probably going to be talking about like why support is important, or like the type of results that my clients get, or sharing super awesome testimonials, or maybe talking about like the things that I do with my clients and why they're so important to you as a coach, right? Like, so I really want to get you primed so that through my content, so that when the discovery call pitch, when the link shows up, you're already like educated on why you should sign up for the call, and I'm not just educating you in that one post where I'm pitching to you. So we need to really focus on consistent, intentional content if we want to be booking more discovery calls and ultimately making more money. The sixth thing that I need you to have in place is obviously visibility, right? Like, I've even come across some people who write content and they're just like too afraid to share it. They don't know where to share it. They don't know where their ideal client hangs out. Or maybe they're sharing it in the wrong places, so they're not getting like the right results. So like, it's not enough to just have intentional content. We also need to have intentional visibility, right? Like, we really need to figure out like which are the places online where your ideal client is hanging out, so that when it's time to pitch the discovery call, it's getting in the eyes, like on the eyes, in front of the eyes of the right people. And then last but not least, we need to be consistent. I know you're probably like, I know, I hear that all the time. You're so annoying. Stop saying that. But really, guys, like anything in business, consistency is the key, right? Like, I don't book out my coaching practice because I show up 1 week and then I don't show up for 2 weeks. Like, I book out my coaching practice because I show up even when things don't feel like they're working. Like, even when I'm having a bad day, even when I don't feel like writing content, or when I don't feel like pitching, like, I show up all day, every day. And like, yes, a lot of the times, sometimes I don't get interaction. Sometimes I don't get bookings. But you know what? Because I keep doing it, it keeps happening. So consistency is key. And I can tell you this from personal experience. I can tell you this from client success. I can tell you this from conversations with my colleagues. Like, there is no magic pill. Like, consistency, if there was a magic pill, I would say consistency is it, you know? It's like the steroids to the online world, you know? So yeah, so those are the 7 keys. So clarity, a killer message, confidence, having a booking process that you can repeat, content, intentional visibility, and consistency. So if you have any questions, I would love for you to post them in the comments. I want to know how you feel about this. I want to know if you're booking as many discovery calls as you want in your business. I also want to know, like, what do you think, which piece of this do you think you need to focus on so you can start getting more results, right? So that's it for me today. If you like this video and if you think someone would benefit from it, I would love it if you share it. And other than that, I will see you guys next week for another episode of Starland TV. Have an awesome Thursday. Bye.